and welcome to the channel where we talk about all things Weiss Schwarz and chill with friends. My name is Liam and today I'm going to see if you can be a Weiss Schwarz official judge. Now if you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you enjoy what we do here, please let me know by hitting that like button. As well as that, check out my other social medias on Twitch, on X and on Discord. Links are down in the description below. But let's jump straight in. So about 3 months ago, Bushiroad reopened their judge program application form for Weiss Schwarz, for Vanguard and for Shadowverse Evolve. And I thought about it for a while and I thought, sure, why don't I make some of my own questions based upon my experiences as a judge and the play styles and the play scenarios that I've seen, and also trying to throw a few in there that might throw you a bit off, kind of like a practice test before actually doing the test itself. And now that the official judge test is closed, I am now happy to go through some questions where I actually talk about the reasoning as to why the answers are what they are. Now, because of the nature of this sort of video, things like that, I am going to be going into quite a lot of detail. So this will be a multiple part series and, you know, I will be going through 3, maybe 4 questions per episode, where I'll try and release a video once a week regarding this so that they're all out pretty quickly. So please hold me to that. So firstly, thank you to everyone that took part in actually giving this judge test a go. 44 people actually gave it a chance. And of the 44, the average score was actually really good. Of the 10 questions, the average was 7.25, with most people scoring 8 out of 10. So that's really, really impressive going. And of the 44, 6 of you got 10 out of 10. So a massive congratulations to you, and maybe apply for the judge test if you haven't already. So today I will be covering part 1 of the Weiss and Chill Weiss Schwarz judge test solutions. And let's get straight into it. So the first question was, your opponent front attacks your 1000-year journey Asana, the early play healer from 10th anniversary Sword Art Online, with a character with 10,000 power, and you use Relax Time Missing Me, the level 1 memory kit counter from the same set, during the counter step. During the damage step, the damage received is cancelled and you choose to return the attacked character to hand, i.e. the Asana to hand. Which of the following is true? And you had a choice of 3, where 1, the attacking character remains rested. Secondly, the attacking character is reversed but not sent to memory. And 3rd, the attacking character is reversed and sent to memory. Now, in order to figure out what goes on here, you must understand the order of sub-steps within the attack step. You start off with your attack declaration, where you front, side or direct based upon your choices. You've then got your trigger step, where you flip the top card of your deck, resolve any trigger icons revealed and put that card to stock. At that point, your opponent has the opportunity, if you declare a front attack, to use a counter step, which in this example, the Missing Me is used. At that point, Asana's power increases to 11,000 and therefore is actually bigger than your attacking character. So, before you actually compare the powers though, you must resolve your damage step, at which point the damage is cancelled as given by the question. Again, as the question states, at that point you decide that you wish to return the Asana to your hand. So what happens now? So at this point, Asana, which was your defending character, is no longer on the stage, and therefore there is no longer a defending character. As a result of that, you still proceed to the battle step, but the first part of the battle step ruling says, if there is no defending character, proceed to the end of the battle step. Which therefore means there is no power comparison, which therefore means the attacking character is not reversed. And there's your answer. But yeah, realistically, when you break it down in terms of understanding what the attack step actually details and the order of resolution of the sub-steps within the attack step, it's actually quite an easy question to answer. But it is important to realize that if a character does disappear during that battle step, no reverse can happen because there is no battle that occurs because the defending character disappears. Moving on to the next question, we have got 4 copies of Important Promise Toka, the level 1 book combo from set 1 Data Live, on your stage, 2 on the center stage and 2 on your back stage. During the attack phase, all of your opponent's characters in the center stage are reversed. So at the beginning of your encore step, if you have the climax that's relevant in this town basked in sunlight in your climax area, how many copies of Important Promise Toka resolve their climax combo? Then for this one, is it 2, 3, or 4. Now for this effect, it's really important that you really read what this card does, because most climax combos don't do what this does. So looking at the precise wording, it says if you have 2 or more other date or celestial spirit characters, it gains 2,000 power. Great, fantastic. But climax combo at the beginning of your encore step, if in this town, Bast in Sunset is in your climax area, and you have another date or celestial spirit character, and there is no character facing this card, or the character facing this card is reversed, you can look up to the top 5 cards of your deck, choose one character amongst those, return it to hand, get rid of the rest, and give that card 500 power. Now, nowhere in that effect does it state that this card has to be in the center stage to resolve, and that's what's important here. So naturally, again, we've already confirmed that all of the opponent's characters in the front center stage are reversed. Therefore, the 2 tokens in the front row will go off. So those ones in the center stage will definitely happen. However, the one in the back row, what's classed as the character in front of it? Well, technically, there isn't one. And as a result of that, because there isn't a character in front of this card, the first part of the condition to resolve this effect does apply. And therefore, you know, the 2 tokens in the back row, regardless of if your opponent has got backstage characters or not, the backstage tokens that you have for this combo are guaranteed to go off. So that does confirm that, you know, the 2 in the front row will go off, the 2 in the back row will go off, therefore your answer for this question is 4. Question number 3, you are attacking with Escanor Arrogant and Powerful, the level 3 finisher from 7 Deadly Sins set 2, and have paid the cost for its climax combo, and has 4 soul after the trigger step. Your opponent has a copy of Best Tactic up their sleeves, Fuka Zero, which is a level 2 back row, on their backstage, and where its replay ability, deploy a smoke screen, put a level 3 event from the top of your deck to your waiting room. What happens during the damage step of this Escanor's attack? So first things first, we need to confirm what the Fuka Zero actually does and what deploying the smoke screen actually means. So first of all, it's just a continuous level assist, and secondly, at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, deploy a smoke screen. Now what this means is your opponent puts the top card of your opponent's deck into their waiting room, and if that card is a level 1 or higher, this card gets the following ability until end of turn. You cannot receive 1 or less damage by auto effects of your opponent's characters. So first of all, we say, okay, we cannot take instances of 1. Great, fantastic. That means Escanor does nothing, right? Right? No. Now moving over to the Escanor. It's an on-play heal and climax combo. You may pay 1, discard Escanor Master of the Tavern, the level 0 Ricky, from your hand to the waiting room, and on attack, if you have the choice climax in play, and this card's soul is 4 or lower, and you have 4 or more other Britannia characters, you may pay the cost. And if you do, during that attack, when this card deals attack damage to your opponent, deal 1 damage X times to your opponent instead, where X equals this card's soul. This damage is not damage caused by an auto effect. That is the important reminder text here. This damage that is dealt by Escanor is done during the attack step and is not by an auto effect. It just replaces how the damage is dealt by this card. So that does mean that Escanor will deal 1 damage 4 times to your opponent's face. Moving on to the final question for this video, your opponent front attacks your only character on the stage, Korogon Breath Lukoa, which is the level 0 double rare from Dragon Maid, and they attack it with their Mugan, the level 0 army anti-spiral card from Gurren Lagann. That card currently has 1,000 power due to an assist on your opponent's backstage behind a Mugan. Now both of these characters, as a result of that, they are both 1,000 power, and therefore they both become reversed. At this point, your opponent chooses to resolve the effect of Mugan, sending its battle opponent to the bottom of their owner's deck. Now which of the following statements is true in regards to Korogon Breath Lukoa? So the 3 statements are, as Lukoa has become reversed, and the condition is met at the time of being reversed, you may pay the cost and resolve the effect. Secondly, because Lukoa has become reversed, the effect enters standby condition. However, as the condition is not met at the point of attempting to pay cost, it cannot be paid and therefore the effect ends. Or thirdly, As Lucoa is no longer on the field, the auto effect can no longer enter or no longer trigger into standby condition. So let's break this down a little bit. So first things first, Lucoa's effect activates or enters standby condition when it becomes reversed. That is the condition, the trigger condition for this effect to occur. Therefore, it will enter standby condition. So the final statement that we gave is guaranteed to be false. Now, another thing to make note of as well is, why did Mugen get to send the Lucoa to bottom of the deck before Lucoa got the chance to activate her effect? Now, this is due to turn player priority. Because the person owning or controlling the Mugen was the one attacking, it was their turn. So therefore, they get to resolve any auto effects that they have got to resolve before their opponent, gets the chance to activate, or should I say, the non-turn player. So continuing with Lucoa's effect is, when this card becomes reversed in battle, if all of your characters are human or dragon, you may pay the cost. Now, the if part is really important because that is a secondary condition, whereas the first part of the effect, the when this card, that is a trigger condition, and therefore that was met, and that's what it's the trigger condition that allows the auto effect to enter standby condition. The second part of the effect is a secondary condition, which basically has to be met at the point that the effect attempts to resolve. But yes, the ruling of this would be, because at the time of trying to pay cost, the trigger condition is not met, you are not able to pay cost, and therefore the effect ends. But that is it for the first part of going through the Weiss Schwarz judge test. What do you think? And what do you think to the solutions of these? Do you have any questions about it? Are you unsure about certain things? If you are, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer your questions. But that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you enjoy what we do here, please let me know by hitting that like button. And yeah, I look forward to doing the next one, which should come out next week. So apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!